Welcome back, everybody, to another RuneScape video. Today we'll be talking about 5 items that I believe are fairly useless and or at least not optimized with the current play of the game. That I believe should either be changed or possibly removed, but removed is harsh. I'd rather see things changed and improved upon than removed. This is not talking shit on RuneScape. I love the game. I just want to express the fact that some of these things are very unused, outdated. And I think that I'm going to make a whole series of this and do quite a few episodes. And maybe you guys can tell me some items that you think are useless in RuneScape that need improvement. So, without further ado, let's dive right into this. The first item is a fairly new item. So, this one's not out of date. And I actually was so excited about summoning renewal potions. And I do think they are good. I think that summoning renewal potions are very good. But at present time, it's an inventory slot for me to use my special move a little bit more. I don't know if it's necessarily worth it when there are so many great combination potions. Now, if they were to add it into some kind of a combination potion, I do believe that it would be very worth it. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty certain that it's not involved in any combination potions at the moment. But without it being involved in one, half the time when I'm PVMing, I just don't see the use in actually taking one with me. So that's the first item. The second item that I want to talk about is the Ogre Flask. So the Ogre Flask is something that I think is very cool as well. So if I come over here to the bank, I actually have some that are filled thermal and salt water. And salt water helps with your run energy. The Ogre Flask thermal gives you increased health, which is cool, awesome. You can go to Anachronia and get these boosts for free. Or you can go to Uglog to do it, but Anachronia is the best way to go. You can extend the boost in Anachronia as well, so that's very nice. It is nice to have these where you can just drink them at your bank real quick and put it right back in, and I'm not saying that that is a bad thing, but I believe it's 6 of the red sandstone make one of these, or maybe it's 9. It's quite a bit of red sandstone to make one of these, and it's just not worth it. I mean, I like them. I do use them. I'm not going to lie. I'm wasteful, but it just doesn't seem very worth it to me when you could just teleport to Anachronia Lodestone, pick whatever boosts you want, and then walk away. Be good for at least an hour, if not longer, if you have the boost, depending on which one you're using. I really just don't see it being very practical for most players to want to go out of their way to make those to, have a boost that they could just go to Anachronia and get. So the next item, number 3 on this list, is Gudu's Bonfire in a Bottle, which is a clue reward, I believe, and it's worth about 6k and nothing crazy, and I'm pretty sure they're fairly common. They are very cool. You drink it, and you get a bonfire boost. It is the highest tier boost that you can get, I believe, which is very convenient and nice. But when you can literally just click Warriors Retreat Teleport, and then come over here, and Warm Hands at Campfire, get the same boost for free at the place you're going to be going to right before you do PVM anyway. It doesn't seem to have very much of a boost, so I think something that would be cool is to maybe make this into a higher tiered boost or a better boost, which I don't believe it is. Let me double check. You already have 82 minutes remaining. Are you sure you want to use this? Yes. Yeah. So it's the same exact bonfire boost. Nothing different about it. I just don't see it being worth having in the game at this point when there's a bonfire always going at War's Retreat and you never have to worry about it. Just not very practical. Let me know what you guys think about that one. It is an interesting reward, and I do think it's cool, but I don't see any practical use for it whatsoever. And now, number 5, the biggest, or number 4 and 5. I figured this deserved 2 slots because it's quite a bit of different weapons that I'm going to talk about, but ranged throwing weapons, especially, And I'm sure there are some other outdated weapons that you guys can think of down in the comments below. But honestly, who uses throwing knives? Who is doing this? Like, super cool, man. I want to use throwing knives. I think they're awesome. But who is doing this? I mean, knives themselves too. Like, no one is using these items. I don't believe. If anyone out there uses them, correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen anyone using these items. It just seems very useless. Honestly, I can't think of a single reason that you would actually want to use these. We pull up the wiki here. We look through this list of ranged weapons. There are quite a few weapons that I would say are very useless and very underwhelming. Now, if you look through the bows look alright. The shield bows are alright. No big deal. I got no complaints about that. Arrow types aren't bad. I think that we could use some arrows, more arrows with effects like Blackstone arrows, but that's a whole nother video topic. Whatever. So, crossbows, no complaints there. We have a good list of crossbows. Everyone uses crossbows. Totally fine. But then you get deeper and deeper into this list and you find like salamanders, which are used debatably for invention. They're not bad. But then darts. Darts are very underwhelming and disappointing. The only ones that I could ever see used in the game are like Elite Death Lotus darts or maybe Death Lotus darts. But even then, why are you going to pay for Death Lotus darts when you could just buy a ranged weapon that is probably going to treat you better and be cheaper in the long run, I would assume. Bronze javelins is a whole other one. Like, who is honestly using bronze javelins? I think Superior Morgan's javelin is pretty cool, but like, who is honestly doing this? Like, why would you pay 5,000 gold and then upgrade to a superior version of this javelin? Like, it just doesn't seem practical in any way, and it's the same thing with throwing axes. Like, super cool idea, man. I want to use throwing axes. Give me some tier 92 throwing axes that like boomerang back to me, so I don't actually have to collect a whole bunch of them, and I will totally rock out on some throwing axes. Like, revamp that. Throwing knives, also very cool. Something that I could see using. They could come out with a whole boss that drops a whole bunch of different thrown weapons. Now, not that range needs it at present time, because range is kind of broken at the moment, in my opinion. Topic for another video. But these are all items that sit in the game and do not really get used, at least to the best of my knowledge. So I don't understand that. These, I don't see why these are really in the game either. I mean, they're cool and they're not bad items, but why do we need them when you can buy shadow glaives for fairly cheap, or you can go make yourself the crossbow from the QBD. What the heck is that? The Royal Crossbow. Or there are a lot of alternatives. Zyrate bow is very cheap. There's a lot of different things that you could do before you did that. Chinchompas are great, no complaints. Bolas are great, no complaints. This is something that exists in the game, I guess. Bone blowpipe, there might be uses. I know a lot of people do use the cosmetic for it, so that's kind of cool, I suppose. I guess I could use like cosmetic throwing knives if I really wanted to, but like, who wants to use 2 keepsake keys on a dragon knife? Like, it just doesn't seem practical to me in any way, shape, or form. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know what are some items that you guys think need to be revamped or changed in some way, shape, or form. I'm sure there are a lot of them in RuneScape, and hopefully one day they will all get reworked. But that's it for me. I will catch you guys in that next video. I am out.